that it is actually showing on my channel, because otherwise there'd be no point me doing this. Just make sure it's there. Yep, it is there. So anyway, so like I was saying, hi, welcome back to my channel. We're here with the Ultimate Racing League, and this is the Sunday Championship, and this is round 5. Now we are with the LOC, the top league on the Sunday of the main one, because there is 6 leagues in total, and this is the top one with all the majority of the fastest guys in. We've got 2 races, and we are at Road Atlanta. With 1 race will be an all-out sprint, 2nd race will be a mandatory tyre change, but I'll get into the tyre rules for race 2 later. Now obviously we are at Road Atlanta. It is 2.5 miles long, and it is a real world circuit. But it is one of those, it can be tricky there's only some places you can really pass on, but you can pass everywhere if you're brave. Anyway, I do have some names made up for some of the corners, just to make it interesting. But anyway, so the guys went out in their Ferraris to do their 10-minute quali. Toby got pole, Brisbane 2nd, Smith 3rd, Osborne 4th, Farmack 5th, Victor 6th, Fitzy 7th, Dyson 8th, Unforgiven 9th, Paul in 10th, P. White in 11th, and Love Rocket Rodders in 12th. Now this is the League 1 guys were doing 119s around that, so I'm imagining LOC are going to be doing 117s to 118s probably. I might be wrong. I think it'll probably be the 118s they'll be in, or it might be more than that, I'm not sure. But anyway, we'll find out. So let's get this 19 lap race on the way and see how everyone does. Okay, so Toby is driving them down, leading them down towards the start-finish straight, waiting for the klaxon to go, and it's gone off, and they all go as Toby takes them down towards turn 1 for the first time. Hopefully not going out too wide, because sometimes you take that corner too wide, you go off. Brisbane's already gone for it, so Toby's got out a bit wide and he's got swamped. He's already been passed by 5 guys as they come through the S's for the first time. Oh, someone looks like he's already over the place. Victor, he's had a bad start there. Let's have a look to see what happened to Victor here. So he was in 6th. He comes around the corner. One from one, but from the other. It's like anything, but nothing anyone could do about that one. I think Fitzy decided to just wait to let him go past. But anyway, so now Fitzy's down to 12th. Well, at the moment they're all over the place, all trying to race. The Victor's got past P. White now. Let's go up to the front and see how they're all doing. So Smithy has taken the lead now, with Brisbane is there in 2nd, so I missed that one. So Brisbane's got out of that corner a lot better than Smith. He's already going side by side as they go down towards the balls up corner, or as they go down towards the balls up corners. But Brisbane has well and truly got that lead now, with Smith there in 2nd, chasing him down. He's trying to get that, he wants to get that place back from him. Neil's there in 3rd, literally closing that gap to Smith, with Osman there in 4th, and Dyson there in 5th, and there's already a gap to Unforgiven there in 6th. Paul is on the inside. Is Paul going to be able to make a move here? No, he doesn't, as they come through the next corners and they go into the S's now. With Unforgiven their 6th, Paul their 7th, Rodders there in 8th. So Rodders has had a decent start since he started, more or less at the back. Victor there is in 9th now, with Fitzy there in 10th. Pete White there in 11th and Toby there in 12th, so I completely missed that one. He's come off somewhere, so he's got work to do. But Pete White is going to be serving his penalty now shortly, so Toby should be able to get a place back there. Right, back up to the front. Briz has still the lead, and he has opened up a gap to Smith now. He's got Neil, Oz and Dyson all on his rear bumper. So there's 4 abreast for his 2nd place. Neil's looking to see if he can get past. No, he's backed out a little bit. But Smith is doing a good job holding Neil off as they come into the S's once again. They'll come out of the S's and go through Fred's turn. Smith's got away from Neil a little bit, not too much. Dyson's got a half-second penalty now. It's very difficult. There's 2 corners on this track that you could take too much and you get crucified for it. So that's what Brisbane's done. He's gone over a corner too much and that's crucified him. So now he's got a half-second penalty to serve. So Smith should retake the lead here. Possibly, yep. Smith has gone for it, and Smith has retaken the lead. So Brisbane's back down to 2nd now. But is Brisbane going to be able to come straight back at Smith and retake that lead again? Well, they've got Neil right behind them in 3rd. Oz there in 4th. Ozzy is literally trying to push Neil all the way, trying to get past as they come through turn 1 for the 4th time. And Dyson's still there in 5th. And then there's obviously the gap to Unforgiven there in 6th. He is the host of League of LOC, I believe. And Paul, he shares the replay, so thank you for Paul for sharing the replays, because if you didn't do that, I wouldn't be able to do his comms. Rogers is there in 8th, with Fitzy there in 9th as they come through the Dunlop corners. With Toby there in 10th, so Toby's made up a couple of positions here. P. White there in 11th, and Victor is not having a real good race here. He's dropped off. He's come off somewhere. I think maybe he might have got off on turn 1, which has cost him big time, and he's quite far back, probably about 10 seconds probably between him and P. White. Now lap 5, Smithy's still got the lead, but Briz is literally piling on the pressure to try and get that 1st place back from Smith. Coming through the S's once again through Fred's turn. So the current fastest lap is a 1:18.7 by Brisbane, and Smith is a 1:18.8. So yeah, it was right. It was about 1:8. I was about right with the 1:18s. I can't see, they're not going to get any faster than that. I very much doubt they'll get into the 17s. I think an 18.7 is probably, I don't know, Bridge might be able to get a slightly faster time than that, or someone might get a faster time than that, we just don't know. So anyway, Bridge is right there, he's gone they're side by side coming into the balls up corners, side by side coming through it, and Smith keeps it, but Bridge gets out the corner a little bit better. Bridge goes up the inside of Smith and he's passed. There's nothing Smithy could really do there about Bridge. He just had to watch Briz fly by and take that position off him, but Smith is not letting up. He is carrying on, going back after Briz. And he is right in the slipstream of Brisbane at the moment. But Neil's still there in third, with Oz, who's dropped off a little bit, in fourth. With Dyson there in fifth. And there's obviously a bit of a gap between Dyson and Unforgiven, who's just coming through the Dunlop corners once again. He has Paul right on his rear bumper, looking to try and get past. Paul is, let's see, right in Unforgiven slipstream at the moment. Let's run aboard with Paul. So he's catching up. He's looks like he's going to go for it. He's on the right, on the left of Unforgiven here as they come down towards Bull's Up corners. Paul has to back out a little bit to let Unforgiven go, so Unforgiven keeps that position as they come through the final corner. Onto the 7th to start their 7th lap. Now through turn 1. Sort of turn 2. Turn 3, oh, looks like Paul nearly lost it completely there, so that's given Unforgiven that bit of a breathing room. He's now got a penalty to serve as well, but that's allowed Rodders to close the gap there now as well. So now Unforgiven's got away, but Rodders is there, ready and willing to pounce for their 7th position, but he'll be able to, all he has to do is stay behind Paul. And once Paul serves his penalty, he will literally just get past, so he doesn't even need to try and go for an overtake because he could just wait now. But will Fitzy get past as well? I think Fitzy might be a little bit too far away to pass Paul, but he is serving that penalty now. Rodders has got past. Fitzy has got closer, but not close enough, unfortunately. They are teammates, so there might be team orders. P White there, all going a little bit wide on Balls Up corners. With Toby there in 11th, but Toby's just about to take 10th. So P White's now down to 11th. Victor is still well back there in 12th as he comes through the final corner. So anyway, Briz is still lap 8. Briz has still got the lead as they come down to the Dunlop corners. Gets out of it without an issue. Smith is still there in 2nd. Neil's still there in 3rd, trying to catch Smith up. Is this going to be Neil's opportunity here to try and get past? He is looking, but no, he doesn't. Depends if he can he get through these few corners, the Balls Up corners, better than Smith. He does get through it a little bit better than Smith does because he's right on Smith's rear bumper. He could try it here at turn 1. He is oh no, he decided to back out a little bit. So Smith keeps that position for now. Can Smith withstand this pressure from Neil? And just behind them there is Oz in 4th. You can see how hard them two are racing and fighting. He's thinking probably, come on guys, crash off so I can get a couple of positions. Then Dyson is dropped off from Oz there in 5th. And Unforgiven there is sort of on his own now. He's pulled away from Paul. So he's 2-3 seconds behind Dyson, 2 maybe 3 seconds ahead of Paul. Fitzy is there in 8th. Rodgers is there in 9th. Rodgers messed up a little bit. Just allow Paul to get back past that bit to get past who's dropped down 2 positions, and he's just had to serve a half-second penalty. So now that's going to allow. He's got Toby running up towards his rear bumper, looking to see if he can get that position. So Toby got out the S's and out of Fred's corner a lot better. So now they're side by side coming down towards the Dunlop corners, and Toby is ahead. I think was just let Toby take that corner. I don't think he even bothered wanting to challenge Toby there. P right there in 11th. He's trying to catch Rodgers up. And Victor, he is gradually catching up. Not very quickly, but he is catching gradually. Anyway, let's go back up to the front. We're on lap 10. Briz is still leading, with Smith still there in 2nd, so there's no change at the front. Neil there in 3rd still, with Oz there still in 4th, so top 5 have not changed in a fair few laps now. As Smith comes through the S's once again, through Fred's corner, with Neil there in 3rd, Oz there still in 4th. Let's run on board with Oz as he comes down towards the Dunlop corners. Gonna have a drink. Sauce is really trying. He keeps trying to get close enough to Neil, but he just can't get that advantage at the moment. Neil's just running a flawless race here. Looking at their times, Neil's fastest lap is a 1:18.9. Aussie's is an 18.7, so he is running slightly quicker than Neil, but he just can't get close enough to take that position off him as they come through the S's once again. Oh, what's happened to I've just noticed what's happened to Brisbane? I completely missed that one. Watching Joss, completely missed what happened to Briz. Let's just gonna have a look to see what happened. Okay, they're coming through the S's for the 12th time. Oh, got that one wrong completely somehow. I think he hit about the curb and it's just unsettled his car, so that's pushed him down to 5th now. We're here. So anyway, so Smith has been gifted the lead thanks to Briz going off, with Neil there now in 2nd, Oz there in 3rd, Dyson in 4th, and Brisbane there in 5th. Smith has got a penalty now, so that's going to give Neil and Oz the opportunity to catch up to him. Smith, Neil might be able to pass him because he might be close enough. Don't know if Oz will be close enough. This is going to be a tight one. Will Smith lose 2 positions here? Will he lose 1 or will he lose none? He's serving his penalty now. Neil's trying. Is he going to get past? He does. He's also going to be able to go for a pass as well. No, he doesn't. Smith manages to save it and stop Oz from getting up a position. So Smith's only lost one position here, but Smith is going to be gunning for that re-lead again with these three. And Dyson is there in fourth position. Currently he's dropped off from the top three, unfortunately. Doc Brisbane there in fifth after his terrible corner. Now he's got all the work to do he's just set a new fastest lap of an 1:18.533, so he is pushing the hell out of that Ferrari at the moment, looking to try and close the gap and catch up to the top five as quickly as they can. Whether he'll be able to do it, there's only 6 laps to go. So he's got 6 laps to get as far up the field as he can. How far will he get up? I don't know. I think he's got every chance of catching. I think he'll possibly be able to catch Dyson, because Dyson isn't that far ahead, but I think the top 3 are safe. I don't think Briz will be able to catch them 3, unfortunately. So Neil's still got the lead. He's pulled away a little bit from Smith now, but now Smith's got Oz all over his rear bumper as they come down towards turn 1. Looks like Oz really wants that second position from Smith. Looks like Oz. Yep, you know what I'm trying to say. As they come through the S's, through Fred's turn once again. Neil's still leading there. Smith's trying to catch him back up. Well, obviously Neil's just set a 1:18.8, his fastest lap so far, and Smith's fastest lap, I can't see it. But now Oz there with a 1:18.7, he is trying to close that gap. And he is right in Smith's slipstream here. Is he going to be able to go for a move here on Balls Up corner? No, he's not. He is close enough though. He can. He's probably next corner or might be able to try and go for a pass. Well, let's go and have a look, see how everyone else is doing. So Dyson's there in fourth. He's probably realised he's got Brisbane chasing him down, and he's thinking he's got to move and go as fast as he can to stay ahead, because Briz is gradually closing that gap on Dyson, but laps are running out for Brisbane to gain the position. Unforgiven there in sixth as he comes into the S's once again, with Paul there in seventh trying to catch Unforgiven up. Fitzy's there in 8th. Fitzy's trying to close the gap on Paul. Paul's fastest lap is a 1:19.2, and Fitzy's is a 1:19.089. Toby is there in 9th place. He is closing Fitzy down. And Rogers is there in 10th. He's dropped off a little bit. P. White is there in 11th. He's dropped off a bit now as well. And so is Victor. Victor's still trying to close the gap on P. White. Whether he's about half a tenth quicker than P. White. He is getting closer. He might be able to catch P. White up for the end of the race. We're just going to have to wait and see if P. White can keep Victor behind, or whether Victor will get off of the last position. So lap 16, 3 laps to go. Neil Farmack still has the lead as he comes through Fred's corner. Smith's still got second, and he's still got Rampant Osman chasing him down, looking for that looking to try and get that second position from him. And Oz is definitely going to have, possibly be able to have a run on Smith here. He's a lot closer. He is definitely going to have a run. Well, it looked, I think, if he had stayed in Smith's slipstream, he probably would have got more of a run on him, but he didn't. So Smith manages to hold Osman off for the time being, as they now cross the line onto lap 17. With Dyson still there in fourth, Briz is still there in fifth. I think Briz's Dyson has sort of gone away a little bit. I think Briz has given up trying to catch up to Dyson. I think Brisbane is now just settling for fifth place. Although you got Alex there, I mean Unforgiven there in sixth. He is closing the gap on Brisbane, but he's also got Fitzy who's closing the gap on him, and Paul as well. I think Fitzy was behind Paul, so Paul, I think Fitzy was behind Paul. No, I think, but yeah, so they swapped position twice. But Fitzy's got a half-second penalty to serve now as well, so that should allow Toby. How many spots more is Toby going to get? Because we're only mid-pack. You still can have races in mid-pack. So Toby is right there. Toby's going for it. And he does. Toby is up to 8th. Now he's past Fitzy. He went past Fitzy like butter wouldn't melt. Now they're on lap 18. Let's go back and have a top. We're on lap 18. Neil's still got the lead with Smith there in second still. He's trying to chase Neil down. And Oz is there in third. He's dropped off from, I think he must have had an off somewhere, so he's dropped off now from Smith. So look, I think he's decided to just settle for third place. Dyson is there in fourth. He's not too far behind Oz, but I think there's not going to be enough laps for him to catch Oz up. Briz is still there in fifth, with Alex Unforgiven there in sixth. Paul there in seventh. Unforgiven there in Paul there in sixth. Unforgiven there in seventh. Toby there in eighth. Is Toby going to be able to get past Unforgiven here, as they now enter the final lap of this race? Well, Toby is really looking to try and get past, but he's got Fitzy right there as well, as they come through the S's for the final time. So Toby is looking there, side by side, going through the Dunlop corners. Oh, Alex is... Oh, let's have a look, see what happened to Alex. Victor goes up the inside. Oh, I think ideally he should have... Looking at it as he come around this corner, and he saw Toby there. That's the header to come from the corner. At this point here, I would have said Unforgiven should have eased off and just let Toby go, because he wouldn't have gone off then. Alright, never mind. So now it's dropped him down to 9th now, unfortunately. Anyway, let's go back up to the top. With Neil, we're still leading. As he comes down to the final corner, he's got Smith all over his rear bumper. And Neil takes victory at Road Atlanta. Smith finishes a close second. Oz taking third. So well done to the top three. So Brisbane has got fourth place back. He's got past Dyson. Dyson must have had an issue. Dyson takes 5th. Paul takes 6th. Toby takes 7th. Fizzy takes 8th. Unforgiven takes 9th. So Victor coming through the balls up corners for the final time. So he has got off of the final place position. He's got up 2 places. So Victor takes 10th. P. White takes 11th. That's sort of where he's been the whole race. And Rogers takes a 12th, who has run out of fuel right at the end. So anyway, that was race 1. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please remember to like. Please remember to like and comment if you want to, because it would be much appreciated to me. And I will see you next time for race 2. So bye bye for now.